It's officially half number 2 of the 2026 Prospect League season. Alex Hynes here alongside Owen Pulley from the Rex Radio Network. And Owen, it was a good week, albeit shortened with a little bit of rain for the Rex. 4 wins straddling the break here. Good start for the Rex, though. Sunday, doubleheader sweep over Lafayette. That's the perfect way to start.
Yeah, for sure. The rain made the week a little bit weird. Had a makeup game from a week ago against Lafayette. Finished that game a 7-inning part of the doubleheader. Got a win there. And although they didn't make the playoffs in the first half, that went to Dubois County in the Central. The second half, already 2-0 for the Rex. Looking forward to a good second half.
And they'll have a doubleheader against Dubois County in the second half. They'll be the only times they play the first half champions. But again, the record's reset to 0 to start 2-0. That's about all you can ask for ahead of what will be another weird week with a day off in the middle of this week and the All-Star break coming up as well.
Yeah, I got the All-Star break next weekend. You have Wednesday off, but a couple of good games in there. Some on the road, some home. It'll be lots of fun. But we got to get going with our pitcher and player of the week. We're going to start off with our pitcher, Jean Quezada. Went 12 innings of work over 2 starts at Springfield and then here against Lafayette. Went 11 1/3 innings scoreless. Had a sac fly in the 9th inning against Lafayette. But other than that, was pitching to contact, but also fanning guys when possible. Just a really great job for Quezada, both outings.
And just how about the efficiency he had as well? You look at that Lafayette game especially, comes in, had no issues pitch count-wise, first pitch swings, first pitch outs.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit. Not too much of a strikeout guy, so he's going to avoid those 1, 2, 3 pitches. But he does make up for it when guys are grounding out, flying out on those first, second pitches of the at-bat.
Well, as for our player of the week, he hit 3 homers last week, dyed his hair pink this week, and hit 3 more homers. Go figure. Wally Diaz, another fantastic week. 3 homers in the week, including a tying home run on Wednesday against Decatur. He had another big line drive shot to dead central on Sunday as well. He now's got 9 home runs on the season. He is now hitting his full stride as we've reached the midway part.
Not only does he have 9 on the season, he is the most that out of anybody that's ever put on a Rex uniform, and he's doing a fantastic job. And the way his home runs go, it's either a moonshot that's way out of here, or it's in a hurry, 110 off the bat. And he's just got massive power, and the ability to put them out is amazing.
He's got some of the hardest hit homers. He's got the longest hit homer in the Prospect League this year, and as you mentioned, now up to 27 regular season homers in a Rex uniform. No other player has more than that. But Jean and Wally, both with key performances on Sunday. Owen and I caught up with both of them after the doubleheader. Here's what they had to say.
The Rex win both games of the doubleheader today. The first one started off last week, 7-4, was postponed due to rain. They picked it up today. Jean Quezada got the start for today, technically in relief for leaving Grand Ferris, but went 6 innings, 1 run given up, and before that, was looking at 11-plus innings of scoreless ball. When you go on that mound, Jean, what's going through your head?
Honestly, the only thing I have on my mind every time that I'm on the mound is I want to do the best job I can do so I can make not only myself proud, but I can make my family proud too, since they're all the way back home. Let them know that the kid that's staying out there out of the country is doing a great job and is doing everything he can. I also want to show the world what I'm actually worth and let them know that I can prove myself.
Well, Jean, you're not 100% a strikeout guy. You do fan guys here and there, but a lot of contact. But it's right too, guys. When you can keep that pitch count down and you're out on the mound, how does that work for you when you're able to go the extended innings because you're not throwing too many pitches?
Honestly, I just think that the less pitches I throw with each batter, even though I cannot get them I cannot get them to strike out. I also think that the less I throw, the better, because that just keeps me going more and more and more, and it allows me to get a better version of myself. But I do want to start getting more guys to strike out, since it's a really important part of pitching. But until then it doesn't matter to me. As long as I get them out, I'm good.
Now you have an off day tomorrow. You have a game on Tuesday. Off day Wednesday. A little bit of a weirder schedule with the All-Star game coming up and everything. You have 4 teammates named to the All-Star roster. You got the support in the dugout for you. You got the support for them. Talk about that with the with the second half coming up, ready to make that playoff push.
Honestly, I think we're all ready to go now. I mean, we had some misplays in the first half, But right now, we are all dialing, and I know we got the playoff in our hands. We got it.
You heard it here. Jean Quezada, high hopes for the playoffs. Here he is.
Another day, another homer from this guy, Wally Diaz, as the Rex beat the Aviators in both ends of a doubleheader. Wally, 9 homers on the year. You're at 27 total in a Rex uniform, the most by any Rex player in their career. How does that feel to have that number?
First of all, I want to say thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity and be safe and healthy and have the ability to do that, because that's the sport that I love and I've been working hard on it my whole life. So I think just God been blessing me a lot.
Now you also, since you've changed the hair color, you've been on a different pace. You've had a couple homers with the pink hair. Does that help you?
Well, I guess, yeah. Yeah, because right after getting my hair pink, I started hitting some balls in the same week. So I think it helped me a little bit.
You guys as a team, though, have been hitting a lot better. It's the start of a new half. The records went back to 0. You start with 2 wins. How important is that to get some momentum for this team, especially with your guys' bats?
Well, this sport, baseball, is 90% mental and 10% physical. So our guys been working together, figure out our problems, trying to make adjustment and trying to be better for the second half to get a spot in the playoff.
So as you look ahead to this week, guys are going to have a weird schedule, kind of. You have 2 off days. You already had the 2 rainouts. How much does that just kind of help you regroup mentally? You talk about the mental aspect of baseball.
Well, and those 2 days off, the guys been practicing a little bit, like trying and fuck in or mistake, like learn about it, like a couple meetings, praying and things like that, like pressing a little bit and just came here and have fun.
So Wally, this question's been posed to you multiple times. How many homers are you going to hit on Tuesday then?
Well, I don't know. I just want to let the people guess.
Well, stay tuned. We'll see how many he hits in this upcoming week. Wally Diaz, another homer in a Rex doubleheader sweep.
It's now time for our top 5 plays of the week. Quezada and Wally, they were both featured in that top 5. We also had 2 plays in the top 10 of the entire Prospect League. Those are featured here.
2 hits for the Lucky Horseshoes today, 1 double, 1 single. Pitch, Q shotted foul, Owen. The 0-1. Shot foul out of play, 0-2.
Ball game.
The 0-2. Hit, 1 hopper. Brinkley makes a good play. Fires over to first base, and 3 outs.
He's running for third. The pitch repped into right field by Murphy. Back on it, Kirk. He looks up. That ball is off the wall. Garcia is going to score. It'll be 2 bases for Carter Murphy. And he's running again. Flipped the other way, tailing towards the line. This might drop. It is a fair ball and into the right field corner. Garcia in. Murphy to second. Way. High fly ball by Murphy, deep into left. Back on it, Novacek. He looks up. That ball is gone. Carter Murphy.
2-2. Fly ball down the line. Shallow. Mendoza over. On a dive. He makes the catch. Gio Mendoza. Third base dugout ready for some excitement. Line drive, shallow center. Carpenter comes on a dive. Did he make the catch? He did. Ball game over.
The wind up and the pitch. High fly ball deep into left. We are tied. Restless. That is just a bit unfortunate. Well struck deep to center from Brinkley. That ball is also gone.
Well, Owen, a couple really great defensive plays. Let's start there. We had Millington a week ago. This week now, Mendoza and Carpenter getting in on the action. Now all 3 stations, some fantastic glove work in the outfield.
Yeah, Mendoza definitely saved some extra bases in a game where it was a very tight one. You had runners on the corners. Mendoza with a fantastic grab. Carpenter, bottom of the 9th, you're the designated away team for the doubleheader, but making a play to end the game in your own stadium is always amazing, and that was the Prospect League #1 play of the week.
And it saved one run and potentially the tying run, which was on base at the time. So, yeah, absolutely. Situationally, one of the biggest plays we're probably going to see all year from the Rex defensively. And then Wally Diaz, Deacon Brinkley. Deacon technically had his first career homer. That was the suspended game. That was the weird right before the start of the week, but gets a big homer. Dead central. That's not a cheap homer.
Definitely not. First pitch as well. I talked to him after that game, and he said, it just felt like a really good fly ball, and it just kept going. But Wally Diaz, right before that, ties the game up, flips the bat. There was some discrepancies there and everything, but Deacon makes up for it with a home run first shot.
That was part of a one-run victory as well. That was the go-ahead score against Decatur on Wednesday. But the other piece of big news that's come out this week as we look ahead to the second half of the Prospect League season, All-Star season is here, and the Rex have 4 All-Stars that have been officially announced now today, and they will be playing in Loeb Stadium in Lafayette for the All-Star game on the 7th of July. Owen, 4 guys this year, pretty good haul.
Yeah, 3 position players and 1 pitcher. You got Joseph Gutierrez playing second base, Carter Murphy, corner infielder, labeled outfielder. We'll see what he plays in the All-Star game. And then you got Wally Diaz, and pitching, who else but Braylon Suriel.
Yeah, Suriel, first off, he's another All-Star for the Rex that's gone back-to-back years. Him and Wally Diaz both were All-Stars last year as a part of the Rex 6 they sent in what ended up being the washed-out All-Star game. This year, should be able to play it. That'll be nice. And it'll be fun to watch these guys go head-to-head in an All-Star game, finally see what it looks like, because it's been a while since we've had an actual All-Star game played in the Prospect League.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see what happens. Something that didn't get washed out last year, and Wally Diaz did very well in. Looking forward to seeing he'll probably be in it this year, the Home Run Derby. Excited to see that as well. But the All-Star game is always a good, fun break, especially when you have this 2-half system. It's just fun to see some guys get together and play some ball.
Yeah, Wally Diaz won the Derby last year in Springfield, knocked out the hometown hero Louis Bartletti in the final. We'll see if he faces another Springfield guy in Griffin Novacek, who the Rex will see tonight in Springfield, who also has 9 homers. We'll see what the Derby has in store. But before we can get to the break, we've got one more week of Prospect League action before we get there, and it all starts tonight in Springfield as the Rex head to take on the Lucky Horseshoes. They will then have a day off on Wednesday, the weird unusual midweek day off. The Rex will certainly take that after already having a couple of rain-out days on the back end of last week. But then 2 home games here, the only 2 home games of the work week, with Thrillville coming to town. They head back to Springfield on Saturday for the 4th of July. And so we'll celebrate 4th of July on the 3rd and then head to Springfield. That should be a fun place to go for the 4th.
And scheduling works out this year. You get 4th of July on a Saturday. Where other better place to spend it than at a baseball field, right?
Exactly. It's baseball, hot dogs, enjoy some fireworks post-game over there. It should be a fun experience. And then the last fireworks of the week will be the Rex hosting a doubleheader against DuBois County on the 5th. It'll be a weird one as well because they'll be the road team again in one of those games because it was the game on the past Saturday that was rained out in League Stadium, the final meeting between the Rex and the Bombers.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to League Stadium one time, then host, but 2 games here, 1 road, 1 home, but in a team that you have to either beat or come second to if they win the division. That is an interesting team. You're only playing twice in the second half, so your head-to-head matchup is that much more important.
And that will then lead us into the All-Star break, the Derby on the 6th, the All-Star game on the 7th, a day off on the 8th before baseball gets back underway. We'll have plenty of coverage of the All-Star festivities when we get there. But again, the next home game for the Rex here at Bob Warren Field will be on Thursday as they host the Thrillville Thrillbillies for back-to-back games, a rare out-of-conference matchup for the Rex. Both of those, as always, 6:35 Eastern Time. You can catch them both on the Rex Radio Network and on PLN. And the next game overall is tonight from Springfield at Robin Roberts Stadium. Owen and I will have you covered on the Rex Radio Network. It's a 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 local start from the capital of Illinois. Hope to have you with us tonight as the Rex take on the Lucky Horseshoes.